Hey, how's it going, everyone? It's DaikenXDan in here, and welcome to my first SINoALICE video. So today I want to do a SINoALICE beginner guide for everybody who's getting ready for the SINoALICE Global release. I've been playing the JP version, and I wanted to give you guys some starter points to let you know exactly how the system and all that works. So let's go ahead and get started. So character jobs, you want to collect them all pretty much. Every character have different variations of the same character. As you can see here, I have Alice, and those are two of her jobs. Same character, but different versions of the same character. These can go from offensive or supportive jobs. Now, the offensive jobs are Breaker, Crusher, Gunner, and Paladin. So these characters can equip blades, melee weapons, ranged weapons, and pole arms. The support jobs can equip the grimoires, the magic tools, the exorcism weapons, and the musical instruments. And those are going to be the clerics, the minstrels, and the sorcerers. Now there's different types of weapons, and they can be upgraded to different rarities. Now I don't know if the C and the B weapons can actually be upgraded. I never tried to upgrade a C or B, but I know an A can go to an S can go to a double S, and an SS can go to an L. So there are different weapons that you could get, and there are different rarities that you can upgrade them to. There's also the weapons. So there's the jobs for the characters. So you're going to get the jobs from the gacha as well. So you get a weapon along with a job. Those are how you're going to get those. But there's also just weapons you can get. So there's jobs assigned. There's jobs assigned to specific weapons, and then there are actual just weapons. So for DPS weapons, which could be broken into magical and physical damage, there's the ranged weapons. So these are going to be guns, crossbows, and bows. Don't ask me why those are magical DPS. That's just how it is. So those are magical DPS. The pole arms are your spears, your scythes, and your pikes. These are going to be multi-hitting magic damage attacks, while the other ranged weapons, the guns, crossbows, and bows, are going to be your single hit magic damage attacks. For physical DPS, you're going to be looking at your blades. These are going to be your single hit physical damage. These are going to be your swords, your rapiers, and your katanas. And for the melee weapons, these are going to be your multi-hitting physical damage attacks, your hammers, your axes, and your maces. Once again, don't ask me why a hammer is more multi-hitting than a sword. I would think you'll be able to swing that more, but hey, that's just how the game is. Support weapons. Now, all of these have single target and multi-target as well. So there's both of each one of these. So the exorcism, now these are like weapons that are going to be doing a little bit more support. So these aren't like damage dealings. These have different type of roles. So the exorcism one is going to be doing the healing. So these are the healing weapons. The musical instruments are going to be the buffing weapons. So these are going to be given party buffs. Once again, both of these have single target and multi-target versions of each weapon. So you get a healing single target and multi-target. You get a buffing single target or multi-target ones. Grimoire is a debuffing weapon. So you're going to be able to do debuffs to the enemies with that weapon. And then the magic tools are actually a DPS support. So they're multi-hitting magic damage weapons, which apparently you don't really see people use these that much. I don't know why. I don't really use them actually too much either, but yeah, they're a thing. So if you want to use those, then magic tools is another weapon that is at your disposal. Now this game does have an elemental chart. The element is basically fire, wind, and water, and there's the elemental cycle. So fire will beat wind, and wind will beat water, and water will beat fire. I like to think of the fire more like grass, because I guess fire can burn grass, grass can absorb water, and water can put out fire. So a little bit more easier on my part to remember it that way. But yeah, so most enemies and all weapons have an elemental attribute. So when you're fighting an enemy, the weapons that you use will have a attribute. Most enemies have one, but all weapons have an elemental attribute. So you want to make sure you're putting the right weapons on your characters to fight the enemies with the best element that you possibly can to get the elemental advantage. Now this game also has armor sets. The armor sets are going to be giving you special bonuses and stuff like that. So for example, this is the Maiden set right here. So the set, once you complete it, says weapon skills more effective against beast nightmares. So against those specific type of nightmares, you actually get more effective weapon skills. And weapon skills are something that you will unlock later for your characters as well. For your weapons as well. When you have weapons, you can use weapon skills. And there's 4 pieces of gear. There's the headwear, dress, gloves, and shoes. Like I said, full armor sets will give you a set skill that gives enemy advantages, just like that. As you can see right there, there's the fire attribute tied to them as well. And the last thing that I want to talk about is the nightmares. So this game also has like a summon you can do. So there's summons in this game. These summons are going to be able to give you party buffs, or they can do enemy debuffs upon use. Now the thing about them is they do have different type of skills. This game does have like a variation between like skills in this game depending on what content you're doing. So between you doing story content or you doing Coliseum, the skills that are usable will change, and like the attributes of like the time of how long things will take, or like how much damage it does. Like the skills just actually are like completely different depending if you're doing story or Coliseum within the game. And I think that don't only go for nightmares, I think that actually probably goes for weapon skills as well. I'm not too sure on that one, but yeah, this is the thing right here. So nightmares are something you're going to also be getting through gacha. So sometimes you'll be getting these rather than actual weapons and stuff like that, which nightmares also really good too. So you definitely want to pick up some nightmares when you can. Anyway, like I said, I just wanted to do a beginner quick guide for you all so you can like start getting ready for this game. It is very close to coming out. I think we're less than 2 weeks away. I'll be doing a reroll guide for you all as well, and more videos to come for SINoALICE, as I'm very looking forward to the global release of this game like everyone else. Anyway, if you like anything I had to say, drop me a like, I greatly appreciate it. And if you want to hear more from me, follow me on my socials. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you know the next video goes live. As always, my name is Daiken, and I'll see you next time. Signing out.